this subject that we're speaking to today, sex, is a big piece, and what I've observed that it's an often overlooked one or bypassed one. So, today I'm going to be speaking about health, and sex is a very important piece of health. And when sex drive drops, it's actually indicating it's a feedback mechanism of where our health might be.
Cool. So as I've taught in other lessons, our health, what we choose to eat, how we choose to move, etc., has a huge impact on our libido. And this is definitely, like you mentioned, something that I feel is missed in sex education and in Tantra too. Not much is talked about how, our everyday choices can impact our libido and impact the connection we have with others. So I'm so excited about this one and really, really happy, selfishly happy that I get to have you here next to me talking about it. So go for it. How does our health impact sex and libido?
All right. First, I'll start with a bit of a definition to work with because health, it's like, what does that mean? How do we define health? What I've observed that, like, culturally, fitness seems to be associated with health. And I think that's a really flawed definition or an incomplete definition of health, because you can be unbelievably fit and unbelievably sick at the same time. And we see that a lot with athletes who keep running into injury or missing events because of bouts of chronic fatigue or glandular fever. So I just want to make it clear that fitness doesn't necessarily equate to health. Health is better interpreted as a matrix of systems that operate together synergistically, that create a balance and a rhythm of well-being. So if one of those systems starts to deplete, then a system somewhere else in the body, let's use like lymphatic system, cardiovascular system, gastrointestinal system. These are examples of what I'm speaking to, but let's say if the gastrointestinal system is unwell, you've got a bug, you've got some sort of imbalance in your gut biome, you're going to see other systems start to compensate for that. And then what happens is the network of systems that equals health starts to deteriorate and deteriorate and deteriorate. So that's what I just want to preface is let's expand the definition of what health is. And so specifically today, we're going to be referring to physical health because, as I'm sure you're going to cover in this course, there's emotional health, there's mental health, there's spiritual health. And it's true that those are primary systems that also do impact and influence each other. But today is about physical health predominantly. When our physical health is basically suboptimal for an extended period of time, we are stressing the body. And that's a very important thing to understand, that being unhealthy and having unhealthy practices and rituals and making unhealthy food choices don't just have the impact of low energy. It's actually creating has a hormonal consequence on the body. And so what's very important to understand as far as libido is concerned, stress hormones and sex hormones are one in the same.